Hey guys, Ian Buchanan here, and I'm here to talk to you about Bear 71, which is the interactive story that I chose for my assignment 2. Bear 71 follows a story of a bear in Banff National Park in the Canadian Rockies from the time she was tagged at age 3 and given the name Bear 71, all the way until her untimely death. It is an interactive documentary that follows along her story with a narration from the bear's perspective. Throughout the documentary, you see the bear's path as she travels throughout the park, which has been documented by various cameras. The cameras also show other creatures that have passed by in the park. The whole meaning behind the idea was to ask the question of where does the wild world end and the wired world begin. It's hard to tell because of all the human elements present throughout the park, such as the animals being tracked, overpasses, cars, park visitors, and trains. Humans and animals are meant to live together in harmony, but the documentary shows that we humans have taken over and the animals are left to learn how to survive without interfering with us or pay the price. The structure is very simple. Although the path that Bear 71 takes is all over the place, the way her story is told is very linear. No matter how many times you watch it, her story starts the same, continues the same way, and ends the same. You are able to pause it and you can click around and look at other images that the cameras have provided, which also give you some information, but you can't dive deeper into any of those. There are also several points throughout the film where video is automatically pulled up, but these are very rare, only in the very beginning before you are first shown the map, once in the middle, and then twice at the very end. Aside from that, you have the choice of if you want to follow along Bear 71's path or choose your own path to look around the map. Doing it this way shows how vast the park is and makes it more than just about this one bear, but many animals have existed in that park. The design looks simple, but has a complexity to it. Though you are not given the details of the park as you would from, say, Google Earth, there was a lot of time that went into the creation of this interactive map. There are little cameras or binoculars that you can click to bring up video clips or images, and there is a field of depth given for the mountains, valleys, and lakes by the use of dots, enabling the interface to not seem flat and give it some life. This is where Manovich's new media principles are most evident to me because of all the transcoding and automation that went into creating the design. It's not something where you just push a few buttons and voila, awesome map. They had to invent a new program to make something like this. The largest components within the piece are the sound, video, and digital design, with some text used to really bring home the points that Bear 71 is making. The music sets the mood. With each new chapter, a new song is played that accompanies the dialogue of Bear 71, but it never overshadows it. If you pause the narration, the music continues in the background on a loop, though the main sound is still the voice of Bear 71 herself, which is what is providing the story for us. This is more interactive than just watching a bear follow along a path and then a person describe what she's doing because it personifies the bear, putting us into her mind, or rather what the creators of the video perceive it to be. The video footage itself is the heart of the documentary because without it, it would just be an audiobook. It's the footage that was documented that gives us evidence of the existence of Bear 71 and the other animals and humans that exist within the park. The narrator tells us a story, but the camera shows the world in which it takes place. Then there's a digital design that makes the documentary unique. There's got to be all kinds of coding that went into this creation that makes the landscape more immersive as opposed to being a flat design with just pictures as imagery. The interactivity doesn't add a huge amount to the piece, but it still gives you freedom to explore the map as you wish. You can choose to follow your mouse along with Bear 71's icon, or you can veer off the course and see what else is happening in the park. There's even an option of allowing your webcam to turn on and put yourself as an icon within the park, able to map out your own path and even see others viewing the documentary as well by clicking on your icon and bringing up a video of yourself in real time. Though I never saw anyone else using it, I was able to see other things going on in the park in a single window. It was fairly easy to navigate around the map, but I'd still get confused with what I was doing and lose where Bear 71 was, and then get lost myself. I'd constantly be going back over to the same place, hover over an icon hoping it's something new, only to find out that I've already watched it. I feel that this is justified though, because it's just as easy to get lost in the real wilderness and question if you've already seen that tree or not. And as a result of all this free choice of where you move, you see another one of Manovich's principles of new media, which is variability. Though there aren't multiple paths in the story itself, you are allowed to go around the map at your own discretion and click on whatever you please, therefore making no two experiences the same. Right away, the documentary starts pulling at your heartstrings. You see this bear that has been caught in a trap, and you aren't sure if they're going to kill it or what. It's only somewhat of a relief to see that they're just tagging her for tracking, but still a sad sight to behold. After that, it's actually kind of dull. The narrative is interesting, but I found myself not paying complete attention to it because I was trying to interact with other things. I didn't quite understand what I was supposed to do and thought I was missing something because I couldn't find images that were supposed to go along with Bear 71's narration, which I think would have made me able to tune in more. It wasn't until the end when footage automatically came up, which did match the narration, that I felt emotionally attached to the story again. And that's because it was about Bear 71's death. Even though the story didn't have my complete attention, I was still sad that she died. At the end, I read the full story on the site to see what I had missed, and the whole thing was very well written and flowed very well. I just wish that there would have been more video to match the narration while still being able to explore on your own. Overall, I still found it a very unique experience and an interesting form of storytelling and new media that I can respect.